Good evening and welcome to tonight's cast. I am your host, Bus, and today we have an NGS Division C East series between the first-ranked Heavy Slaps and the second-ranked 2Calculated2Throw. But before I continue, I do actually have, as I just make sure I do this right, I do actually have some guests joining me. We have the illustrious Raka.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
And we do also have with us the wonderful TheLichQueen. I nearly said Witch Queen because that's what I see in Discord. Amazing stuff. I am getting the game started now. However, we will not be quite cutting straight into it as I did not know it made that sound when you're casting like that as a view all thing. But right, we do see that Heavy Slaps did ban out Braxis and Tomb of the Spider Queen, while 2Calculated2Throw did ban out both. Can't remember what that map's called all of a sudden. Sky Temple and...
Sky Temple?
I'm looking at Towers of Doom. That leading us to a Volskaya map. I shall jump into the game right now, and we shall get the introductions of each team on the way. And we are good to go.
So coming in on the blue side of the map, assuming there's players on the right side, we do have Heavy Slaps. It looks like we're going to have Soak coming in here on the Rexar. Soak also playing Misha. We do have Imbuement coming in on Sylvanas. Crazy Boots is on... I love that name, oh my god. Is on the Anduin. We do have Shoozer is on Zeratul and will not stay still. It's hard to read your name, sir. And then who did I miss?
The Johanna.
X-Havoc is playing the Johanna.
LichQueen.
And on this side of 2Calculated2Throw, I got distracted by the French at the bottom of the screen. we have Fear on the Uther, Kothon on the Sonia, John Kret played by Kovo, Grevent on the Alexstrasza, and Scooter Man not on the Scooter. He is playing the Rainer.
And to start out, we do see a Sylvanas. Ooh, this is where I think things are going to get interesting. Starting out, we do get a heavy Sylvanas push. However, that will just be a Misha being traded out.
Did try to go down to the bottom of the lane in order to try and get a tower down. They did not actually succeed in that. The tower's only about 30% up, but that means no experience going to the side of 2Calculated2Throw.
Mivas, did you forget to change your screen because it is
starting
soon?
Oh no! Let's just click this button. I was too focused on like having people. But it wasn't like, oh, there we go, it has been fixed. And actually, we do see the Rexar going out first. However, Theo quickly follows. That is the trade out 1-for-1.
Did people see the introduction?
People heard the introduction.
Oh, well, great.
You guys did so well at introducing each team and their heroes. I think they got the message anyway.
I can picture it, yeah, in their head with the imagination. Both teams are currently doing their item camp so that it is ready for this point. I mean, what is the cooldown on these camps, by the way?
2 minutes 30?
I want to say it's like 2.5 minutes.
We're about to find out.
Is it going to be up for the next? I mean, it's going to be up like mid-time during objective, so that's going to be great for both teams to have like extra items on their sides.
You usually find out those camps come up back around level 7, which is when most teams want to actually start fighting for the objective as that starts nearing that 90 range, which... The objective doesn't really matter until it hits 100, fortunately, so you can be patient.
It does look like that Zeratul kind of trying to be an off lane, which is sort of interesting. But every time somebody goes up there, Zeratul just finds a reason not to be there.
And right now, in terms of stacks, I mean, like, we did not really cover the talents, but Sonya decided to actually go with a traditional, like, W build, slam build. In terms of Uther, I really don't know.
Now... This is the typical Uther double support build where you just get a lot of single target healing, as well as actually it makes him a bit beefy in the front line, because if he Qs someone else, there is a reduced cooldown on the Q talent.
I'm quite surprised to see that Rainer did not go with Exterminator, or actually Sylvanas not going with Merc Queen, because it empowers the item. Talking about Sylvanas, she just died.
She died bottom lane to Corfin. Corfin having to drop turret actually to try get out. Soak trying to zone
for
them
her
out.
sins for not taking Merc Queen.
I mean, I could have been wrong.
That was a good Misha stun onto Corfin, but Corfin getting out. But yeah, Merc Queen is actually such a good ability on this because of these fortification camps.
Yeah, exactly. On this map and on Hanamura, two great maps, but and Hanamura is not on NGS, so too bad.
Sorry, ignore my
That
camera
is
work.
interesting though, because yeah, he does 10% more damage to stun or slow heroes. They don't have that much stun on their team. I don't believe they've got Uther to stun, maybe
Yep.
Leap, but like
Yeah, it's
Junkrat
gonna be
doesn't
Leap.
really stun or slow, does he?
Well, his trap build.
I guess his trap does.
It also does say... Wait. I'm confused now. Are we talking about Junkrat or Sylvanas? Sylvanas is on
I'm
the blue
talking
team. Oh, Raynor, right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about Raynor and
Yeah,
Raynor.
Raynor. We were talking about the red team.
Am I just tired?
Possibly.
I'm just
yes.
going to call this the Chaos cast and just like leave it there. As we do see
That's
Overstun
what
coming out
I'm
into
calling it
Endurance.
myself.
The
Oh,
Sylvanas...
big boobs coming from the Junkrat. Holy shit. The
However, it
big
does
traps
put the
and-
Sylvanas to safety in that instance. We see Dragon coming out. It feels like it's a bit too early as we do see it disengage from the side of heavy slaps
it
in
is-
general.
I was going to say the name of the team and I forgot it too, so great.
We're all just sitting here like, team name, yes. Blue is the team name. With 3 brain cells combined, we still can't figure out team names. We do see Kobo getting stunned by Misha and actually is able to get out with that concussion mine. Imbu chasing them down, but not able to quite find anything there.
Ooh,
You
Sylvanas
have
is
Kaka
way out
coming
of...
around, looking to go ahead and those Sylvanas. Is going to be pulled out by the Anduin.
Yeah, she was way out there actually. Like, red team was actually trying to get this fortification camp, and it was capped actually by red team, but Sylvanas was there to annoy their, to be in their face during that moment.
And actually, during all
trying to
that,
get it.
the objective was captured by the side of Heavy I'm like, what's the name? I see Heavy Slap, 2Calculated2Throw, and they get the well actually with relative ease.
Classic
Well, here's the
on
thing that a lot of people
Otalia.
don't know. Raynor does an extra 10% damage when he's the gunner because he's a gunner.
Are you?
I'm just sitting
I
here
was
like,
gonna say, are you-
I'm just sitting here going, should I have had both of these people on at this point?
Aw,
No, it's already
Aw.
enjoyable. I'm loving this already.
it's a special moment we're living together, Meebus.
It's a special moment where 3 people have ended up in a single cast, and it turns out treading on each other's foot is very common.
Right now, it has been pinged to do the support camp. I think it is blue team because they seem to be rotating over there. But yeah, support camp is being called out by Team Heavy Slaps. Red team is actually looking for heavy slaps on a map, and I mean they won't make it there on time at all.
But actually, in
Doubtless.
saying that, we do see that Heavy Slaps does have a 10 talent advantage. Fear going down very slowly. Actually, heal
Oh.
does not pop. Pop? Someone else take over words. I just lost it.
I mean,
Well, it
I
does
saw
look like we've
Unleash
got
the
heroic
Board.
abilities coming out on the side of Heavy Slaps. We do have Unleash the Boars coming out of Rexar, Might of the Nerazim on the Zeratul, Holy Word Salvation, Falling Sword, and Sylvanas just does not know.
I get it. Decisions are hard. You have to choose between 2 very good ults, and we do see that mind control coming out. While that did happen, however, we did see some ults start to get picked up from the side of 2Calculated2Throw, LichQueen.
Exactly. We saw the leap coming from the Sonya and also Raynor
Actually,
going
before we
with,
go through that, there's mind control coming out. Corbin has to use Leap to get out, and they do so with just barely a bit of health. Joanna's is
Ooh.
intending to dive in, but Falling Sword does not connect as they choose to change their mind.
I was watching in top lane right now. There's 3 men of 2Calculated2Throw versus Chooser playing the Zeratul in top lane. Like they're really trying to get that top tower fort at least.
Looks like we're just
There's a
having a
little bit of a trade out
fourth
happening
trade.
with the forts of the bottom and the top lane.
D shield we see is used to get Uther out of the danger zone, and that will be just a structured trade in both top and bot. And it actually looks like Sylvanas is considering keep going. No, the side of Heavy Slaps choose to back off.
As said, I mean, while we have time, talking about great. Talking about the ultimates, like you said, Uther went with the D shield.
That's a good mind control.
Big team fight
Sorry
right
to
now.
interrupt
We are
you
gonna
once
keep up
again
with
as the
it.
fight is yet again breaking out. That is the falling. I can't remember that talent. Cleansing flame falling out. You usually see abundance a lot more. That is Misha going down. That 0.25 of a hero experience kill going over to the side of 2Calculated2Throw.
So we saw the fallen sword being used by the Joanna during that team fight, actually. so that is that down. But looks like red team is actually looking for an engage on the side of
Uther's
heavy
going
slaps.
down.
Heavy slaps actually killing the Uther. Oh,
Uther not the
of
best
course,
target to
Uther
kill
doesn't
actually
actually
first.
mean too much.
Hmm?
I was saying, we're basically making the same point, is that Uther is, if you have to lose someone, Uther's the one to lose, and Zeratul is just on the hunt.
That
yeah,
mind control
Uther-
barely hits
Ooh,
Vid.
beautiful mind control.
Wow. That was very good mind control and a very good burst damage onto that. I'm trying to talk to Alexstrasza, and they will go down just in front of their gates.
Okay, so we see D shield, we have Leap coming from the Sonya, Rocket Ride picked by the Junkrat. We can see also Cleansing Flame picked up by the Alexstrasza, and as I said, Rainer's Raider picked by the Rainer.
You know, it only took 3 attempts, and they still try to get a fight out to stop you from
totally,
saying
yeah.
it, but here we are. Right, we do see Misha once again getting low. Mind control is back up, so it may be interesting to see if it is used here. Excellent route onto
Ooh,
the...
the root coming
Yep,
from the
there's
end.
like
One
an
big mind
excellent
control.
D-shield keeping her alive.
Great.
There's a falling sword
Oh,
happening onto
falling sword.
Uther. Misha comes through. Misha is mad. They want this Uther. They want to go ahead and make a ghost, and they will do
they got
so.
it. They got it.
Uther
It's
goes
like
down once
Build-A-Bear
again.
Workshop,
Oh!
except for ghost.
Big plays from the Zeratul ended up killing that Junkrat. Oh my gosh, I thought that Junkrat would have been saved, and he got killed by the Zeratul like sneaky bastard.
We do see that there is the talent advantage from Heavy Slap, so that's very likely why they chose to take that fight under the fort. All the same, this objective's been up a while. This is how
it
little
has.
people respect the Volskaya objective.
Zeratul sneaky in the bottom lane, while we see four man of Team Heavy Slaps to cap that support camp, while Zeratul was doing his own thing in the bottom lane against Sonya. I mean, he did not really duel to Sonya, but he was actually like there to get the soak in fact.
I've got to say, it's so helpful having other pairs of eyes on the map going, this over here, and it's like,
Yeah.
just flicking the camera and going, okay. As we do see Zeratul is currently thinking about stealing that bottom camp. Maybe he's just scoping out to see if any of the allies of 2Calculated2Throw was there.
16 are currently
free level
online for
advantage, my
Heavy
word.
Slaps.
It's going to bring that up so if people are curious they can see. And those are traps just eaten by that iron skin as X Havoc stepping up to Fear having to use a self heal.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's the stun. This is a very aggressive front line. Their backline's nowhere near them. Good deal.
Bomb.
T-shield is
away.
used in order to go and get out of there, but Fear is once again becoming the new front line. There
Ooh,
is
salvation.
and when it does it completely nullifies the Junkrat bombs.
Yep.
Yeah,
the,
that Hollywood
was
Salvation
so
doesn't really have a counter in this instance, as really we have free to... actually, we do have a few interrupts, but they're not positioned too greatly.
Yeah.
And that is Della Soak being booped over the wall by Junkrat Mine. However, Uther does go down first. We did see Paul come out from Anduin, and that will be a 1-for-1 trade with Rexar going down not soon after. Ignoring that Sonya died earlier. My maths is great. Do not question it. And here we see Power of
We have
Sylvanas.
Shooter in the backline running around. A lot of damage on Alexstrasza, but Zeratul does have to get out. But it does look like Sylvanas is going to go ahead and shut down the top fort, and he's going to go down against the aggression of Heavy Slaps.
And they
Yep,
can be
and
that
they
aggressive.
do.
They do have this free level advantage. They do know they can abuse that damage and health bonus that they have over the enemy team of 2Calculated2Throw.
Yes, exactly. Even though like 2Calculated2Throw are closer to their structures, like it's still risky, especially for that Sonya that almost got ganked in the middle lane.
We saw a lot of ults used there to try finish her off. However, it was all for naught as the Sonya did get to live. X Havoc caught a bit out of position now as only the Anduin is with her as Sylvanas decided to run down to this camp but will get scoped out before she is able to do anything about it. Oh, there's the Junkrat thing. Put mine on here and it's yours. I've started doing this a lot with Junkrat personally. I've actually loved playing Junkrat. Have you guys played it much?
Nope, not all that much. I
What does
should
Not
start
in a
playing
while,
them,
but I do
so
remember
I
it was
should compare
crazy.
it.
That mine build can do a lot of zoning potential even
Like,
with this T.
Junkrat is getting a lot of value in any division lately. Like that's what I see. Like Junkrat is such a strong pick, no matter what team you're on, no matter the team comp. Like it's just yeah.
We do see
I do have to
16.
laugh a little bit. We actually saw Sonya just walk up and just like walk past Misha. Didn't even care that Misha was there. Like, no, I'm getting on the point right now.
Ooh, Hawthorne was got a bit
Looks
of
like
this.
there's 3 men of 2 calculated to throw. No, actually 2 right now. I don't know how to count. The most hasn't moved. It's not my fault. Sitting on the point right now. It's not like unlike at Amura, the point won't charge faster if you're more people in the point.
That felt like a panic ult from Junkrat, as we do see them they were missing the beginning of this fight. Corfin is getting very low. Fear has to use D-Shield on them. However, Fear will go down to the overwhelming damage around them. Kobo getting dove on by Shuza. Leap does come out, trying to get that stun, the protective stun onto Shuza. However, it will not quite hit as Junkrat goes down.
What is ironic is they did actually go ahead and secure the objective, so you just have the protector sitting there in no man's land, completely zoned out by the blue team.
And I saw
There's just a catapult. Like, I'm
this catapult, it's trying. The Nexus forces are doing its best, and it's actually doing a decent amount of damage per. It's 1% per. Never mind. Anyway, we just do see these splits. Kind of a split push happening here as the Rexa is sitting at that bot lane while.
I'm still watching it.
Oh. I don't know. Just watching this sit here, this Punisher is not Punisher, Protector. It's making me go, huh. Fear gets a stun onto Rexa. Rexa did step a bit too much, however, was able to get out. We did see that peel coming out from the Joanna.
Did we call out the 20?
Oh, we haven't even called out 20s. Just there's been a lot of fighting this game, and actually we do see the Holy Word Salvation upgrade. That's an excellent 5-man leap onto Sonya if you count Misha.
Yeah, exactly. We see the freaking healing item being used up by heavy slaps right now. Quite helpful right now, knowing that they're not on their side of the map, even though they have the end win. It's really good to have extra heal. We can see also the mind control that has been missed by the Sylvanas, but never mind, it is all good. They're still focusing on the keep, and they're getting the keep down.
However, they did lose 0 to 4. That mind control went straight for everyone and did not quite find a target.
Nope.
We also did notice from all that apparently a single catapult is able to do 53% of a protector's health in the
before it dies.
The protector survived.
So good.
Raka, would you like to touch on the storm talents for the side of heavy slaps?
Sure. We do go in. Looks like Rexar is going to go for kill command. We do have Shadow Stride coming from the Zeratul. Dark Lady's Call on that Sylvanas. Light of Stormwind, already mentioned. We do have on the Anduin. And then Heaven's Fury coming out of Johanna.
A lot of ult upgrades is all I can really say about that.
Yeah,
the only thing that I really pick out is Shadow Stride. But I also just don't play Zeratul, so it could be something completely normal. Actually, no, I think you see Mending Strikes more?
Prison most of the time.
Oh. Unfortunately, we cannot see the Void
like...
I don't think you ever see the Void Prism upgrade. Yeah.
I don't even know the Void Prism upgrade.
I was like, you don't even ever see Void Prison, much less the upgrade?
Well, the upgrade just means your allies can't get hit by it, but if you're placing it correctly, you shouldn't need it. We're getting a ping on Misha hit. Is Misha a bait? I swear to God, Delasok. I'm calling Peter if that bear dies. We do see a team fight coming out.
Rexar.
We don't see this all happen just before, like, even 2 levels before 20s come out. Ufa gets an SMD shield himself, Corfin getting the stun.
Coming from Sonya's pinning.
It did seem like
Sonya survives.
Yeah, I mean, Holy Word has been used. We also saw Unleash the Boars being used during that team fight. It did a fair bit of damage, especially with the slow. It was insane, like the follow-up from the team. Like, I think it was Unleash the Boars, then... Oh, Misha goes down. Unleash the Boars, then Sylvanas cast a W and has a wave.
This is going much better for the side of heavy slaps. Once again,
definitely.
This is now a cleaner fight. And we've just seen constantly through these fights, one dying as there still is that free little advantage.
Again.
Yeah, the Sylvanas is doing a lot of work on that mind control. Also, what we're learning is that even though Junkrat does not have a bear trap, Junkrat traps are still very effective against Misha.
Poor Misha. Poor Misha. Fear gets dove upon. If Fear goes down here, we may actually see an encore. As we do see Raynor has just respawned. Ewan doesn't quite hit that mind control, however, that will still be Fear going down. Again, that is still an Ufa, and not 20s yet, unfortunately. Just this whole fight has been the side of 2Calculated2Throw just being down 20s. And we do see the core starting to fall.
Yes, exactly. There's 3 catapults in the bottom lane. Rainer goes down, actually. So it's only one person left on the side of 2Calculated2Throw. It's the Alexstrasza not being able to do anything to save the core. And it is a GG for heavy slaps for this game number 1.
Right, let me throw it over to this. And I'm not going to leave the game because I have learnt the hard way that you can't look at stats and such after you leave a replay. Yep. Anything that really stood out to you that game? Either LichQueen or Raka, who wants to take the floor?
Like, the Zeratul really put the blue team in an advantage, like, knowing that he was there in the bottom lane to get the soak. Like, not really dueling the Sonya or anything. The Zeratul was just there as a presence to gather the XP sometimes, like, and I think that really put heavy slaps in the lead, especially with the 22k soak. That was really great from Schuzer. Really well played on the Zeratul. But beside that, I was really surprised not to see like Merqueen or Exterminator Rainer being picked up by any of these two.
Anything stand out to you, Raka?
I do want to echo the what we talked about with Zeratul and the Soak. Looking at the end stats, Zeratul got 10,000 more experience than the offlaner of the other team.
Yep.
It's a
it was an offlaner.
And then you also end up with, I want to shout out again, just the sheer number of mind controls we saw landing and leading to picks. I feel like of these 16 kills we actually saw, a good 7 or 8 of them were a direct result of mind control.
I absolutely agree.
Yep.
I want to mention one thing that we don't see often, and that is Anduin's Holy Word Salvation.
I see it quite often. No, that's true,
okay.
Actually.
You may see it quite often, but how often do you see it in things such as in a coordinated environment like NGS?
Not often, actually, yeah, for that. But, I wasn't sure, does Junkrat Boops cancel Holy Word?
I really misheard that.
No, does... Oh, come on. Boops.
Okay, I believe you.
But yeah, Junkrat Boops should work against it, as should the knockback from Rainer, as should a leap from Sonya or spear from Sonya, as should the stun from Uther. So super surprised to see it actually picked up, and it was actually super effective as well.
It's funny you should mention the stun from Uther, because the last thing I want to nitpick just a little bit before we move on to the next game is that Divine Shield choice. It did definitely do a lot, but I do wonder whether they kind of had the combo lockdown potential they want. It looks like they were setting up for a combo with that Junkrat, Rocket Ride, and that Sonya Leap, but I thought there would be a Divine Storm really to kind of to seal the deal, essentially, as it comes out much faster than Leap, it comes out much faster than Rocket Ride, and it would have locked down people there long enough, so it was definitely a surprise pick for me in this instance.
And hello, Alan. I forgot to say hi.
So did I, because I was laughing with you a lot.
I know, but we were so busy casting. Hello, Alan. How are you? I hope you are enjoying this cast. It is Chaos Cast moment time. I don't know. Night.
Indeed. Right. I'm going to throw it over to this view once again, as I've got to now figure out quitting replays and such when you have multiple people with you. So this is a bit of a trial run for potentially more things like this in the future.
Also, I am not saying hello to Alan because I am standoffish goth girl.
You know what? That's understandable. And here we see Imbuant, actually one of the players from the last game, from this match so far. Hope you're doing well this evening.
Hi.
Hello.
Alright, let me just update this, and we will see that a Battlefield Eternity game is being picked up here. The problem is I can't really say too much without knowing what is happening. Because we can't see the... I would like to state to you two, if you don't know, and anyone who is here for the first time, I don't go into the game seeing what comps were picked or whether someone picked a first pick or a map pick, just because...
I think it's the best.
Yeah, I want to go into it as blind as possible. And this is really the only way to do it. Sure, it means I miss out on information, but I'd rather give a genuine cast if you kind of know where I'm coming from.
No spoilers.
No spoilerinos.
No spoilerinos.
But right.
That's the TheLichQueen Arena.
As you can hear it going in the background, we are starting up this game. It does have a little bit of time, but we will be able to see what heroes with... I'm doing it now before I'm changing to the in-game screen. I'm doing this now before I forget. I don't want to do it again. But right.
Oh yeah, I
We are
remember.
incredibly distracting, and we're making it very, very hard for poor Oline Bus. Although I still want to call you Olin Bus, and I apologize.
Look, there was a while where I was just missing. I'll be honest about this on Cast Out. I kind of just told a few casters different things about what I was called. Anyway, getting into the game, right. Take it away, Raka.
All right, so coming in on the blue side of the battlefield, we do go ahead and have Chooser riding around the keep on that Cassia. We do have Crazy Boots, still love that name, and still on Anduin. We have Imbuement coming on Hanzo. Up in the top lane, we've got Haga riding back and forth, and as always, I have to play X Havoc, that's why I missed, coming in on the Mei.
And as for the red side, we have 2Calculated2Throw. And I'm going to say Scooter Man is playing TheLichQueen, Winkarino. In the bottom lane, we can see Fear playing the Deathwing, Imperius played by Kothon, Greymane played by Kobo. Is it Kobo or Koba? Anyway, and Grevent playing the Brightwing.
Can you believe that wasn't actually planned to get TheLichQueen to save a Lich King? Not planned, just sometimes things work out. I'm just going to talk about comps for a tiny bit here. So sorry about it. Also, offlane's happening. We do see Scooter Man slowly losing Teller. So however, it's the offlane. No one likes watching the offlane. You see Corpin getting relatively low. And I really want to say that we do see this triple front line from the side of 2Calculated2Throw. There's actually a lot of CC and a hyper carry Greymane. So you should see how this plays out. From my experience watching this match. Oh.
The Lich King
and it looks like
dead.
the Lich Queen's husband is dead.
Yeah, that's
my
what I was gonna
husband is dead. Wrong map. And actually, we do see Corpin going down bottom. Kobo getting relatively low as well. Brightwing doesn't seem to have that phase shift up, or has already used it. But however, we do see Kobo getting outside. Oh, ping. I think I wonder who. I think I know who pinged that camp. Just pointing out there.
There's no stacks of geometry yet for the Hanzo, but still, I'm pretty sure you will get there soon. We can see 9 stacks of Q already for. Oh yes, see 3 stacks right now.
Very close.
Is White going over the bottom camp right now?
Kobo gets pushed back into the stun and will go down. Ooh, that rock! That that's so sad to watch. I thought Kobo was out there. However, one lightning is it Lightning Fury?
Was it? I think so, right?
Either way, Cassia managed to find a stab.
No,
to
not
end
Stabby Stab.
No, Stabby Stab is Coffin.
Yeah.
From the Imperius. I wonder, with this comp, I wonder whether Anduin goes that Hollywood Salvation yet again. Especially because Deathwing can't be stunned.
My gut says no, but then last game they had 4 counters to it. They still did it.
My heart says we're going to see a Mei Avalanche into an Anduin Light Bomb. My brain says, no, that's not happening because Ice Wall is very good.
Coming from Kothon on the Cassia, but Cassia actually just, like, E's to... Did she use E, actually? I'm lying.
I do not know.
And in top lane, there's a camp pushing with Dolasoak, actually, with, we see Arthas trying to hit the minions with his Frostmourne that actually hungers. And I also hunger. I am hungry. I need food.
I'd say that Arthas is probably one of the most mana-hungry men in the game. That's probably why it's not picked as much anymore. Very unfortunate. Right, who do we think... Sorry, Raka, go on.
I do have to say, and I was visual that because we're about to fight, so I might not have time. In fact, we have just known we have Greymane going down. There is a Hogger bouncing back and forth. Big old stun coming across from Deathwing. Delaso comes in, tries to go ahead and knock people back. Is not going to be able to. There is the slide in from Mei getting onto Scooter Man.
Big stab coming from Kothon on the Mei, but Mei uses Cryo Freeze to actually avoid any more damage dealt to her. Oh boy. Wow.
This,
That's
however,
definitely irritating.
at the comps once again. Very good deafening sounds. Thing is,
Wow.
with these comps, I do actually give a race over no matter what to kind of heavy slaps in terms of actual shared numbers, just because we do see that hyper carry Greymane, who kind of needs to be at the fight.
Daddy hitting the May once again. May way out there, way in the enemy team, but really she is hungry for more. Oh my gosh, we
Phase
can
shift
see the
coming up into the
huggers
match.
pinning on the enemy team.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, they're on their side.
So kind of ended up in Narnia there, but however, will be able to get back through the wardrobe. Actually, there's Kobo going down once again. You hate to see it as that. Oh, as I said, this kind of hyper carry Greymane, the only kind of ranged assassin on the side of 2Calculated2Throw, going down once again. That is
such great spins we've been seeing from TheLichQueen playing the Hugger like so far. Yes, really out there in their face and dealing a lot of damage to the opponent. Like distracting them actually.
Pop
just
quiz
so
for
we're
the
gonna go ahead and
people.
have the immortal falling. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, pop quiz, what is this immortal called? What's the name of this immortal?
Oh, I know.
I don't freaking know. Blue Immortal?
Ilariel.
That
Ilariel
is
and Bellis,
correct.
I think.
Yep, that's correct on both of them. Well done.
know,
I don't actually have a prize, but
It's Blue Immortal. Thank you, guys.
you could also. I would have also accepted Angel Immortal and Demon Immortal. One could be your angle, one could be your devil.
Your angle?
Angle?
I did say angle indeed. There's been a few infamous images around where someone could be angel
Yes,
or
boy.
your devil, and it just says angle instead.
Yeah.
It turns out spelling is not a lot of people's strong suit.
Angle, and we have simple geometry picked by the Hanzo.
Yeah. Coffin did dive in there, took a lot of damage for it, however, they were able to walk out pretty comfortably while Brightwing did get that phase shift onto them.
Oh boy. We can see in the bottom lane still the matchup Artis and Hogger, while in the top lane we can see the fort going down actually. I mean, yeah, it goes down. I predicted it. Easy.
See, whenever I try to predict things, something else entirely different happens, so I've just given up doing that, and that will be hard to completing that simple geometry.
Yep.
This is getting a lot of
The
value
angle.
for a first.
It is.
Punisher.
Normally you're trying to get the wall. Maybe, but you actually got to the second wall?
Yeah. It was really good value for the first Immortal being picked up by heavy slaps. Really well played. My team is actually looking for an engage on the blue team that was actually trying to get the camp. Oh, beautiful stun coming from
this does it.
here.
I do actually like that call from 2Calculated2Throw, because if they wait too much longer, level 10s will come in for the side of heavy slaps.
Oh, big stuns. Oh my gosh, Greymane is in danger once again. But, oh, Imperius right.
Coming through?
Yeah, I think that saved the Greymane. That beautiful stab by the Imperius was there right on time. So Greymane had the time to heal a little bit from the Brightwing. While in the bottom lane, we see that the Hugger is spinning to get the camp.
We do have level 10s picked up by heavy slaps. We are going to be looking at Hortipult on the Hogger, Dragon Strike, Ball Lightning, Holy Word Salvation, and that Ice Wall. Not going to see the Avalanche. I apologize, Olympus.
I did say my heart says Avalanche, my brain says Ice Wall, and we do see it. I don't think I've ever seen a Greymane do Q build for this. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. It is Flask build on Greymane. It's not something I expected to see and just didn't even pick up on it.
Wow, beautiful Dragon Strike coming from the Hanzo. Oh my gosh.
The Dragon Strike took out the dragon.
Yeah, exactly. Kills the dragon and the Lich King. Beautiful play by the Hanzo. Well played ambient, really.
But I'd like to welcome Captain Cthulhu to the channel. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Yeah, welcome.
I love your name. Let me just say that. Although I will ask my co-casters, you have to say Captain Cthulhu?
And
Captain Cthulhu?
Thank you.
I'm not gonna say that.
Coffin did have to pop his ult there. Coffin backing out with Juicy Faces coming out to Coffin. However, Anduin got the full, basically, channel of Holy Word Salvation.
Go ahead, sorry.
But it's been quite a pass.
Arthas to hold out Anduin?
No, we need to get on top. Like, oh my gosh, I was like, we need to be on top of one another.
This is how I get banned from Twitch. It's you two. This was a mistake.
I'm behaving for the most part.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I know, I
Here we
wasn't
go.
expecting LichQueen to be the worst one here, but here we are.
I'm sorry, my French.
Pardon my French!
Oh, nice 3-man ice wall coming out of that main. She goes and scoots in there, and there's another
Ooh.
amazing Dragon Strike coming through. We have Imperius going down. Scooter Man's going to not be up for very much longer. Does eventually go down. Fear's just standing here. Fear's like, I'm a big old dragon. I'm not moving. You can't make me move. There is the Fear, and actually takes the KO.
That is so well timed. That's an excellent fear into a fly from Fear.
Fear casted an excellent fear, yeah.
Wow, that was
By the
a
way,
good play.
we did not name the level 10 talents picked up by the side of 2Calculated2Throw.
Well, it sounds like I have a volunteer of LichQueen to say that then.
Exactly, yeah, because it's been 3 times that I've been trying to say them, like last game. We see Cindergoza picked up by the Arthas. We see the Emerald Wind to disrupt a bunch of stuff picked up by the Wing. We see a big team fight right now happening on the Immortal.
There's an infinite
on Belial. Ooh, beautiful stab. Oh,
excellent Hollywood salvation. Coffin will be first to go down. Griffin quite low.
Over and over again by Arthas.
I'm surprised actually. If I were like Endwin, I would not pick that ult. Like I would not pick Only Word, especially against like an Imperius. Imperius as the sun ability. Like it's kind of risky, but you really need to rely on that person to be able to disrupt the ultimate. So I would just keep the Q to disrupt Only Word.
That also is a ranged form Deathwing. Like that is something that also has a stun, which is also problematic for it, and we do see the polymorph on Brightwing as well as Emerald Wind. Actually, something chosen quite a bit less than Blink Heal, but I haven't seen it more recently. I wonder why.
We see also Angelic Armaments picked up by the Imperius, and Go for the Throat picked up by the Greymane.
I think that's a bit of talent. Not go for Throat, but I think Angelic Armaments if you're running a frontline game. Oh, that's an excellent spear, and we do see that spear build, so we'll have it back once again very shortly.
Dragon, yeah.
That is a 2 for 2 currently. Coffin getting low, Cobra has to back out. Fear getting a warning ping on them. Don't know whether there's an ally or an enemy one, but they are able to just kind of walk around, do their thing. It's a Deathwing.
Hugger was way out there. I mean, he was very, very far from his team, trying to deal some damage to the key, but unfortunately did not work well for him. He did die to it. Immortal is not going to be able to deal some damage to the shield, but actually, still there's 2 catapults in the back that, will be actually killed up by the Deathwing pretty fast even.
As a reminder, that was still just the second Immortal, and we've now seen a keep go down.
Yeah.
This has been a very fast-paced game from the side of Heavy Slaps.
Yep.
I mean, I definitely am understanding where their name comes from, because...
Oh, yeah.
Lord?
This game slaps. And it's going hard. X-Havoc stepping up a bit along with them from the team. We do see... There's Usful and Vera's for Dragon Strike once again. I am understanding this combo now, and it is doing havoc on the enemy team of Calculated2Throw.
Oh my god, he's been stabbed by the Imperial. Oh my gosh, right on
Emerald
the
Wind
corner.
pushed X-Havoc into it!
Right on the corner of the Holy Word Salvation. Oh my gosh, that was so close.
We do have X-Havoc going down. It looks like Shoozer's going to be the next target. We have a Diddlesoak moving in, trying to go ahead and help Shoozer get out of that. Coffin coming in, looking for that stab. Actually overshoots the stab, goes past him. But he's going to body block and go ahead and get Cassia to Dead Town.
Yep, Dead Town is not a cool town, I guess. Depends who you are. If you're a Leoric, that's really great.
He's the mayor of Dead Town?
He is the mayor?
There's a few people. There's only about 3 people who live there, but... And there's the mayor at the end of the day.
Leoric, Stitches, and Sylvanas?
Arthas, does that count?
Arthas isn't dead.
In
current lore he is, but this Arthas is not.
I mean, this Arthas pre-Lich King,
Kind of.
is not.
I don't know why they didn't just call it Lich King. I'm gonna be honest.
So they can sell the
Too
skin,
complicated, too many
obviously.
characters.
Oh, yeah. Definitely lands.
Oh, we do have the race everything immortal. It does look like, at least right now, 2Calculated2Throw are winning the race quite handedly, and halftime is unlocked.
Yep, and it is heavy slaps that are currently in the lead, while in the bottom lane we can see a camp pushing to the advantage of heavy slaps. While the team fight is happening right now, it is I mean 5v5, yeah, 5v5.
Emerald Wind does actually manage to stop that Hollywood Salvation, but once again this dragon coming through, getting two, as you see both the Brightwing and the Lich King going down once again. Cobra barely got out, definitely being chased down by Delasok. Tried to half out, but however was told no.
Look at this Imperius being killed by the Cassia and by the Hanzo as well. It's like a bit of a mess everywhere. But look at Pocobo. He was almost dead, but he came right on time to defend that bottom camp that was pushing against his core.
And just like that, the objective safely goes over to the side of heavy slaps.
I'm doing so many bad puns. Holy shit.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry for the language, guys. I'm French Canadian. That can apologize the language. Oh,
I'm gonna set this for restricted viewers. No, I'm joking. It's fine. I do swear sometimes with this, but I do try to keep it to a minimum. But that is okay.
Yeah, that is my minimum actually.
But yeah, I'm actually very surprised. Definitely did actually manage to survive it. Oh, there it is. There's the combo.
And we can see the
Kobo did manage to get out that time. However, Brightwing will not be so lucky as they do not have that normal escape of Blink heal. That will be, however, Greyman going down next. Hollywood Salvation around Scooterman. Scooterman will go down. Fair trying their best to interrupt things, getting a little bit of damage, a little bit of stuns. However, that is not enough.
Yeah, Fear is being chased. We see the bottom lane actually. 2 catapults are incoming on the core of 2Calculated2Throw. We can see the Deathwing trying to deal some damage from afar, trying to just avoid to be.
We see GGs are being called.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, esports.
Esports indeed, Raka. Wait, you can type? Oh my lord. Yeah, let's just why not, eh? Esports indeed. Right, I'm going to throw it over to the summary screen. As we do see that it was a 2-0 for this evening. As I remember what my buttons are.
For this night, I'm sorry, Mavis. It is a night.
So, I've got to be honest. Having 3 people casting one game is a bit too chaotic. Who would have guessed?
Oh, it's fun.
Who would have guessed? Oh, yeah, it's definitely fun, but I feel it felt like a hard balance of getting people's words right. In saying about the words, we are going to go to Raka. Did something stand out to you this game in particular?
I mean, I think I'm going to take these low-hanging fruit when I talk about this because, oh my goodness, that we saw it over and over and over again, but that combo from the ice wall into the Hanzo arrow was so expertly executed. But then also, could we just take a moment to talk about that amazing play by Fear where he took the camp and flew out? That was cinematic.
Amazing stuff.
I would like to actually point out the fact that that the Imperius did not disrupt the ultimate enough. I mean, I think in both games, 2Calculated2Throw did not disrupt the ultimate holy word of salvation enough. Like, even though they had the abilities to do so, that's unfortunate. But hey,
it was actually something I was watching
like,
more
sometimes
of that
it's just too hard to dive. Like,
I was watching for more of that game, and it actually looked like most of Anduin's Hollywood Salvations came out after the first spear had been used for the fight.
Yeah, exact. Yep.
But unfortunately, Imperius can't really afford to wait. Imperius needs to get that engage off of Verify even to begin with. The thing about a hyper carry comp is they need that initiation, they need that engage to start the fight. However, the combo from going back to it, May and Hanzo was just an excellent way to stop a fight dead and turn it around in their favor. And we did see every time that combo went out, 1 and even possibly 2 died every time.
And I also like the Hogger as well on the side of heavy slaps. Like, really, the spins were great. Always in people's face, not afraid to actually be killed. Like, so he got picked up 1 or twice. But I remember it was because like he was annoying the enemy's team and dealing a lot of damage to them, possibly led his team to get some kills with the damage he dealt actually to the enemy team.
Right.
I've got to say that Lily was hating that Hogger because that Hogger was having way more adventures than Lily ever does.
Lily?
Yeah, Lily. Ready for adventure! That Lily.
Oh.
Oh, okay, Lich Queen's realized what's been said. And with that, I'm going to throw it over to the map view screen. Right. We did see this series was eventually a 2-0 to the side of Heavy Slaps, but as I said going into this, they were actually the favour here as it was a Seed 1 versus Seed 8 game. However, I do have to say that not Heavy Slaps, 2Calculated2Throw did actually put up a decent fight in quite a few instances. I do, however, think that sometimes I did like them trying to reinvent the wheel, but sometimes the wheel is made for that reason. Any closing remarks from you, LichQueen?
Absolutely not. I mean, both teams played a match well. I still cannot get over the fact that they picked some talents during the first game, but I will get over it and I'll sleep on it and I'll be so happy that I'm over it.
Right on. And Raka, what about yourself?
I do have to say the one thing that kind of stands out to me that we haven't talked about yet is the fact that I love the Arthas offlane going into that Hogger.
Oh yeah, that.
I do have to wonder, was that... I mean, I figure Arthas kind of fallen off as a main tank, but it was still a very interesting thing to see.
It is okay, Raka. Let me tell you that as an offlaner main, I actually tried to pick up like the Lich King, obviously. Like I tried to pick him up. I actually tried to learn him, and in the offlane on BOE, it is one of the rare maps that I can actually play that is actually a good pick. I mean, decent at least.
I'm going
It's
to
very
disagree.
Uncommon.
Oh, a disagreement on the internet. I actually think the problem here with Arthas was Hogger just outcleared him considerably faster, and when a camp was pushing that lane, Arthas just didn't quite have the clear for it, especially in the early game, and that's where we did see... Go on.
I mean, with the Hogger, like, I'm pretty sure it's really hard to disrupt him and, like, try to root him and deal some damage to him in terms of killing him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's really complicated to actually land that. So I think there's missing value with that matchup. But if there was to be another matchup, for example, like Sonya or whoever the other offlaner is, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some good matchups. I mean, I don't think Hogger is a good matchup for the Arthas, in my opinion.
But right, I'm actually going to put these two on mute. I'm so sorry. So if they're willing to say goodnight to anyone, now is the time.
Huh?
I feel so cut off.
I gave you a chance, but that's a good point. Do you want to say anything else since Lich Queen got a second turn?
I will say, thanks to everyone for coming in. It was super. This was super last minute and super. We did not know what we were doing, but you know what? That's okay. And if anyone wants to know where I am Raka. You will find me over at twitch.tv/Irakov. Do not usually have as chaotic cast as this, but you know what? We might be forging new ground.
I will say the same. Thanks for everybody that watched. I saw some familiar faces, like I saw Cthulhu, I saw Sir Alan, so it's really great
say it right, Lich Queen.
Cthulhu.
There we go. But right.
So yeah, I'm really thankful to see these familiar faces here. Really great, especially at that time. It was very last minute. I would like to thank you as well, Amoebus, for letting us cast this chaos with you.
Yeah, it's definitely been an experience.
Invade your stream.
You can find me at It's the Lich Queen on most social media platform and on Twitch. And yeah, thank you once again.
Anyway, and my closing remarks will be thank you everyone for joining in the fun. As always, no matter where you are, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will see you all in the Nexus. Goodbye. You guys are muted now. Yeah, you guys are muted. I know. I thought you were going to be the problem. I'm sorry. I made an assumption and I was wrong. It's alright. And now for